Blackman.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. The honourable member for Sheffield South East and I are the sole members of the House that are still here that served on the Housing, Communities and Local Government Select Committee when we conducted the inquiries into Rotherham, both in November 2014 and March 2015. We heard from the victims then about the terrible abuse they'd suffered. We interviewed Dame Louise Casey at great length about her concerns about what was happening and what was being allowed to happen. And there's clearly something still going on, which is most prominent victims are young girls taken into care by local authorities from broken homes who've never experienced the love of a family. They then take a view that someone that gives them and expresses some form of love as being something they should like and enjoy. The reality is they're being ruthlessly exploited by individuals that should know better and are evil. The key here then is of concern is the lackadaisical approach that's been taken by many local authorities, social workers, the police and other bodies. And the concern that I have, and I'm sure other members have, and this is genuine, is that a local inquiry won't get those individuals who either turned a blind eye or actually participated in the abuse to actually give evidence. So will she ensure that those inquiries, witnesses are called under oath, so that we can get to the bottom of this and make sure those people that turned a blind eye or connived are brought to justice as well as the perpetrators?
So I can reassure him that the point of having the national inquiry is to ensure that where local institutions are being examined, there will be the powers from the Commission to be able to compel witnesses, to be able to take evidence under oath, to be able to gather information, papers and evidence as they so see fit in order to make sure that we can get to the heart of institutional failure. But he's also right to say that this really is about vile criminals knowing when teenage girls especially, but when young children are vulnerable to the most appalling exploitation and coercion, the playing with children's emotions and vulnerability to draw them in to what is ultimately violent crime and the most terrible abuse. This does raise questions, particularly about the fact that the number of child protection cases identified around sexual abuse has dropped by social services. We are very concerned about that. The Education Secretary is now investigating that, and also the failure to share data properly around the children who are at risk, the ones who are going missing. It's the evidence from, I think, the work that he did and the committee did 10 years ago about missing children, about children in care. It's all the same evidence now. We've got to be better at pursuing that evidence.